What's good, team? A little ASMR action. A little ASMR action. All right, so real quick, we're just gonna go through the 30-minute time frame first, see how everything is moving. Again, it's already Friday. Usually Fridays, I'm not really trading. So AU, let's just go through these pairs one by one on the 30-minute time frame. Again, yesterday we talked about two engulfing candles that prices printed that we knew were low probability. The first one was right at the market open. You took the trade straight to stop loss. Right? The second one was the engulfing candle where the gap was at on the 5-minute time frame. Also, if you took that trade straight to stop loss. So again, same thing that we talked about last night. Right? In the market, you have to be able to visualize and you have to be able to acknowledge what a high probability setup looks like compared to a low probability setup. Being able to see high probability versus low probability makes trading so much easier. So much easier, right? At this point, again, we already said this. Before I could even consider taking these short positions, I either want to see price give us the inducement of the highs to then go short, or I want to see a valid break of the lows. Right now, I'm not trading AU. We're right in the middle. I'm okay. EA, we're still moving counter trend, still making lower lows and lower highs, so I'm not going to be interested in that. EuroCAD, what are we doing? Moving sideways in a zone of consolidation. ECAD, not going to look at it. EU, same thing. What have we been doing all week? Moving sideways. Again, it's trading is very simple for me. The trend is your friend. Is there a trend? No. Then there's no trade. That's for me, again, me personally, there's nothing more simple than this shit. GA still moving counter trend, but GA also already hit STP for the day. So we're done looking at that. GCAD still moving counter trend as well. We're in a huge zone on the 30-minute time frame. GCAD, as soon as we start seeing higher highs and higher lows, that's when I'll start trading it. So we'll turn that one off as well. GJ. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Similar to AU, right? We have a shoulder head shoulder. In order for me to take a trade, again, I either wanted to see price give us an inducement of the high to then go short, or I want to see price give us a break below the shoulder head shoulder to confirm that the downtrend has started. So again, right now for GJ, gonna skip it. Gonna let price do what it has to do. I'm away from my confirmations. Once we get our confirmations, then I start looking for my entries. Right? It's not the other way around. I can't be looking for my entries before my confirmations are set. Right? I can't be looking for my entries before the market gives me a confirmation that the price is going to go down, or vice versa. So just got to be patient. GU, what are we doing? Moving sideways, turning it off. Is that simple? And again, I woke up earlier today. Woke up at around like 5. Saw the charts. I'm like, God, there's not gonna be nothing to trade. But again, the reason I turn these streams on in the morning, and not all the time, because there's no point in me turning the stream on for me to only be here for 15, 20 minutes. But I do this so you guys could see how simple it is for me. As soon as I get on the chart, I need 20 minutes, 15 minutes just to go through the pairs one by one. And I already know, okay, cool. What are we looking at? What do we want to see? And if there's nothing on the charts for me that look good, good. We turn them off. We come back the next day. Right? We already know US 30. You're gonna have to wait till the NYC session. Gold still moving sideways. Bitcoin. I'm not trading Bitcoin right now. There's too much shit going on. Let's look at oil. Oil's looking crazy, right? Oil already hit STP, almost hit ADR, but following the rules. We had 3 days of drop, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. As soon as the market's open, we flew to the top side, hit STP, and we're almost at ADR for the day. So oil's already done. And then silver, very similar to gold, and also structurally very similar to GJ and AU. We're in a zone of consolidation. The zone of consolidation gave us a shoulder head shoulder. Price gave us an inducement of the low, came back to the top side. So again, at this moment, there's only two things I'm trading here, going both ways. I'm either trading the inducement to go back down or the break to go back up, or vice versa at the lows, the inducement of the low to go back up, or the break of the low to give us the confirmed shoulder head shoulder, to give us that confirmation that price is going to continue after the break to continue that push down to the bottom. So again, we spoke about this yesterday. A lot of these pairs are just stuck in zones of consolidation. Nothing we could do about that. All we could do is just wait for the confirmations. At this point, US 30 is looking like it wants to give us a shoulder head, and this could be that next shoulder. So a lot of these pairs are going to give us these confirmations. If not by today, then by Monday next week for the new week, and we'll have a little bit more information, a little bit more data going into next week. But again, biggest reason why we even turned the stream on today is just so you guys could see how it is that I go over and break down my charts and the process of being able to see, okay, which pairs am I looking at for today? Which ones am I letting price do what it has to do? Which ones are trending? Which ones are consolidating? And then I choose the best pair out of the bunch. And that's the one I focus on to continue to look for trades. Again, for me, this is very simple. Right? I don't make trading harder than it has to be. So that's pretty much it. Let me see. Catch up on my messages. So one of the questions that I have from Inferno is EA. On EA, why did you say this is the low that will determine if we're going on an uptrend or a downtrend? He's speaking about these lows, I'm assuming here, right? And the reason that is Inferno, let me see if I could do something real quick. Okay, so the reason I'm looking at these lows, right? First and foremost, what I'm looking at is where has price tapped into the lows where we know price has to give a break before we continue, right? And if you notice it, from the lows going back to the highs, the same lows going back to the highs, the same lows, and this is where price was just tap, 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 tap until where? Until we had the break. That's the reason why we're looking at these lows. And again, not only that, again, this is just a zone of consolidation. Price is just moving sideways here. In order for price to continue, we either wanted to see price break these highs or we wanted to see price break these lows because it was just a zone of consolidation. Any questions, guys? Let me know. All right. I responded to that message. I think we're good now. I think I did everything I needed to do. Yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm not really interested in trading today. Um, Again, two reasons. Number one reason, there's nothing to trade. We don't really have our confirmations just yet that we want to see. Um, Outside of that, structure on a lot of these pairs is not really there either. So we'll wait for the breaks to happen, or we'll wait for the inducements to happen. Whenever they happen, whether it happens today or they happen next week when the market opens. But regardless, right now I'm not really gonna be trading nothing. Again, there's no trend on a lot of these pairs. Price is just moving sideways, trapping traders left and right all day. So we're just gonna take a step back from trading for the rest of the day today, and then we'll be back again on Sunday for the weekly market breakdown. And we'll be back again Monday morning for the live trading session. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll be back on Sunday. Peace out.